our shower. But after my wife left, the tutor started acting strangely. Just as I was wondering what was going on, a number suddenly floated above her head. 100. Blushing, she looked at me and whispered, "Lucas, it's time for our lesson. Honey, my bestie has an emergency. I gotta go check on her. You stay here and make sure Leo studies." My wife, Linda, slipped into her heels and rushed out the door. "It's pouring out there. Be careful." I chased after her, shouting a worried warning, but she was already gone, peeling out of the driveway. "Always in such a rush," I muttered, shaking my head helplessly. The moment I stepped back inside, my breath hitched. Sarah, the tutor, walked out of the bathroom wrapped in nothing but a towel, holding her soaked yoga pants in her hand. For a second, my brain short-circuited. When I finally snapped back to reality, I turned around fast. "Miss Sarah, why did you come out like that?" Sarah's face flushed a deep crimson. "Lucas, I didn't expect the rain to be this crazy. The clothes I wore over my gear got soaked." She bit her lip. I didn't bring a change. Could I borrow something?" It clicked. I hurried into the master bedroom and grabbed a few of Linda's old outfits. What I didn't anticipate was that Sarah's body was way, way better than my wife's. A shirt that usually hung loose on Linda turned into a skin-tight second skin on Sarah. I stared, feeling incredibly restless. Her curves were screaming for attention. "Miss Sarah, why don't you go help Leo with his homework? I think I'll go for a drive. Leo is my son, 3rd grade. We hired Sarah specifically to help him with his English. Normally, with Linda gone, I should have been supervising, but I was practically vibrating. If I stayed in the same room with her looking like that, I was going to have some very inappropriate thoughts. Out of sight, out of mind. I turned to leave, grabbing my keys. Suddenly, the shy, blushing Sarah lunged forward and grabbed my arm. Her grip was surprisingly strong. Her voice jumped an octave. "No, you can't leave." I turned, confused. "Sarah, is something wrong?" She glanced nervously at the front door, then back at me, her fingers digging into my bicep. "You just can't allow to leave. Your wife gave me strict orders. She said I have to watch you and make sure you don't step 1 foot outside this house." My eyelid twitched. "She has to watch me? What the hell did that mean?" My expression hardened. I looked at Sarah, my voice dropping an octave. "Sarah, why doesn't my wife want me to go out?" Sarah started to speak automatically. Obviously because she stopped mid-sentence, paused, and then pivoted. "She said she wants you to help me tutor Leo." I looked at her dodgy eyes, my fists clenched at my sides. Something was going on, something shady as hell. Just as my anger started to boil, a glowing neon number suddenly floated above Sarah's head. 0. The sudden appearance of the number messed with my head. I didn't know what it was. I thought I was hallucinating. Then my son Leo walked out of his room. Above his head I saw the exact same number. 0. Okay, not a hallucination. "Daddy, what are you doing?" Leo rubbed his eyes, looking like he just woke up from a nap. "Nothing, buddy." Before I could finish, Leo looked at Sarah, puzzled. "Hey, Miss Sarah, why are you here again? You were here this morning. I thought we didn't have class tonight." I shut my mouth instantly and shot a cold look at Sarah. She started panicking. "Leo, you're remembering wrong. I wasn't here this morning." Leo tilted his head, pouting his little lips. But I remember. You came over with that uncle this morning. Mommy was here too." "Where's Mommy?" "She can tell you." I didn't let Leo finish. I ushered him back into his room, closed the door, and turned back to Sarah. Sweat was beading on her forehead. I took a deep breath, walked over, and grabbed Sarah by the shoulders. "Sarah, are you hiding something from me?" She looked at me, then lowered her head, her face turning a rosy pink. She bit her lip so hard it looked like it might bleed, but she didn't say a word. But the number above her head changed, from 0 to 20, then to 30. It started bouncing between 25 and 30. What did this mean? I frowned. What was causing the fluctuation? I couldn't figure it out. Finally, the number stabilized at 29.
Almost simultaneously, she shook her head. "Lucas, I don't know what you're talking about, but I do know we need to